Thank you. Thank you, Robert. You know, you can make notes on these phones. It's great. My wife tells me, says, whatever you do, make some notes because you ramble. But Robert said a whole lot right there. This country's in some challenging times right now. And I've had a few things on my mind. I appreciate you letting me come and speak. And because lots of things have unraveled here lately, and it's still unraveling. I like to say that I think McConnell called the vote, or what they call it, Danny, what they call it?
Closure.
The closure on the thing today, on Kavanaugh's deal today. So, man, I tell you, and I'm sure you've been watching it. You know, I used to say I couldn't get through Fox News because I couldn't get through all of them before I went to bed because I couldn't sleep. Well, I'm right back into that same thing. If you've been keeping up with the news, you can't sleep. There's just no question about it. Everything that's going on in the country, everything that's happening, the disparaging marks on law enforcement, the things that's happening right here in Texas, it is a mess, and we're in challenging times. I heard someone say that it's so easy to be against law enforcement when you live in the safety that we live in now. And those disparaging marks that were spoken not long ago, Cruz is right for Texas. I'm just going to tell you. And a lot of us sheriffs got together, supported him. A lot more that's not on that list. Many of you probably see it going around where sheriffs got together, supported Cruz. And I'd like to say there's a bunch more that county's got tremendously high that didn't make the time before it was time to get your name endorsed on his letters. But things that we're just looking at, things like Robert's talking about, and the remarks, and it's just been weighing on me, and it's been things that I've been praying about, and what we're taking. You know, look, we had 8 years of it, and I don't want any more of it. And what's happened in our country, and all that is blasted toward law enforcement and things that we're not doing correctly. I want to tell you that I'm proud of our law enforcement. I'm going to tell you, stand right here and tell you right now that today, I tell you right now that we as a community, we are citizens, that we are blessed in this county to have the law enforcement that we have, and I'm proud of every one of them. Proud of them. And proud of the job that they do, the nights that they're out working when we're sleeping. And there's a lot of law enforcement in this room right now, and I want to tell you, I'm proud. A lot of retired law enforcement. And I know y'all are going to say, dang, Sheriff, don't do it. Hey, would y'all stand up? I'm going to say, I'm proud of y'all. Stand up. I thought about this today. I was out doing some things, and here's Gene Hobbs, Judge Hobbs, retired law enforcement. I just told him, Gene, that there's lots of things going on, and I'm proud of our law enforcement in our county and all across this nation. I got to thinking about something. On May the 15th, we had National Peace Officers Memorial Week, and there were 53 officers that sadly had given their lives in the line of duty. Would anyone like to guess what that number is now? It's 113. 5 of them got shot just day before yesterday, and 1 of them died. So these disparaging comments that we're listening and we're getting told about is doing nothing but causing issues and causing problems. Times are challenging, I'm telling you. Had something else on my mind. Read a commentary in the paper a couple of weeks ago about things going on right here in Lamar County. Things that involve these elected officials that are sitting right here in this room. And I read it, and I didn't like it. And I made my voice known that I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. Because you disagree with somebody does not make you wrong. Because I disagree with the Commissioner's Court or the county, it does not make me wrong. And when we look at things that we need to get rid of our, what is it called, Haskell? Party lines, political party, what do they say? Political? that we have to not be partisan, that we have to lay down our political party lines, and we need to all get together. Listen, I have nearly 80 employees. My budget's over $5 million. I take care of all the law. I swore an oath to serve and protect. And in that oath, I have to come to the Commissioner's Court and I have to tell them what I need. I have to tell them what it takes to run our agency, my office. I have to tell them the things that I need. I got a commissioner-elect sitting right here. I think that's the only commissioner I see. And we do that, and we do that, and we do that several times a budget cycle. We meet with so many folks. We meet with the judge. We meet with I usually have to do that once or twice in front of the commissioners 2 or 3 times. The things that we need. But because that I disagree does not make me wrong. Because if I disagree, or if I say, hey, I don't like what I'm hearing, or if I say, no, that's not right, does not make me wrong. And I think it's things that should be said. When it's not right, when it's time to say, hey, that's not right, that's not, I want to relook at this, or this is what I need, then definitely that's what I'm going to say. The law enforcement, the things that's been spoken, the disparaging marks about them, the respect that we as elected officials, that we work hard to do the best we can for our county, our citizens. You expect that I'm elected by you, countywide. And so there's definitely a need. There's definitely a need. And Brandon, I hope you're going to get to speak. I'm going to be quiet because, buddy, I want you up here talking all that you can. And I want everybody asking questions. I hope you have a good question and answer group and just get a chance to do it. We got how many more days before election, before early voting starts? Not long.
The 22nd.
22nd. November the 6th is coming, so I want you to have all the time you need. But there is a need. There's a need for a plan. There's a need for transparency. There's a need for guidance. There's a need to just do the best we can for our citizens. And it's what we're supposed to do. It's what we're supposed to do for our citizens. So, I tell you, I've seen it. We've all seen it. And it's still going. And I don't know. You said something about when's it going to stop? Listen. Got the answer for that because I don't know if it is. But there comes a time, too, that we put our feet down. I just, going through a study at our church, Dr. Jeremiah is going through a Revelation study, and he said something the other day, and I typed it down here on my little note phone. I hope y'all do little notes on your phone. But he says, may we have still in our souls. You know what he's saying? He's saying we got to put our feet down sometimes. We have to say, hey, our no has to be no, or our yes, or it has to be a yes, or we have to say, hey, here's what we're fixing to do. Or if something is said that's not correct, we have to say that's not correct. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, if you disagree, or you're saying, hey, that ain't right, to say it. Commissioner, I appreciate you tremendously. I know you're fixing to give up your seat and retire. You got a commissioner-elect coming in. And he can tell you and stand up that I've been in front of this commissioner's court. It don't matter if it's something I disagree with, I say, hey, I disagree. It's what we're supposed to do. It's what we're supposed to do. It's how we respect each other and get up and say, hey, this ain't right, or hey, I want to look at it like this, or hey, I need this. If we can't get there, let's get there again some other way. And this is what we need. So Brandon, I hope you get up here and really get to get some good talking. But anyway, like Dr. Jeremiah said, he said, may we have still in our souls, and basically to put our feet down, and basically just to do the right thing. I appreciate y'all. Our country needs prayers. Our county needs prayers. Our county officials, our elected officials, we'll take them. Pray for my officers and the jailers, the detention officers that are out working right now, the officers out on the street that are working, our dispatchers, our first responders, our fire. We need them. We take your prayers, and we need to pray for this country. And listen, prayer is powerful. There is no question in my mind it's powerful. And God will answer prayers. And we have to take it to Him. And we have to just to stay with Him. And I don't like what's happening. Can't wave the wand over it and stop it. I still go to bed aggravated, and I assure you tonight when I get home, thankfully my daughter's done the chores, but when I turn that TV on, because I want to know, I'm going to go to bed aggravated tonight. There's no question about it. And but that's the time for me right now. And but aren't you glad that we got somebody that has that we can search for our peace and get it? Aren't you glad that we're not trusting in somebody that's we're making sure that this person does right, and we got a God that we can go to, and because He's already worked out. All we got to do is just do what's right. It's already worked out. I told the commissioner-elect, all we got to do is just do what's right.